Man, we're getting closer to my 40th, man. I think we're about 12 days, about 12 days away. Um, and it's surreal. I don't know what 40 is supposed to feel like because to be honest with you, I've always had responsibilities and obligations my entire life. So if at this stage of 40 you gain a new level of responsibilities or whatever, hey, I've already had them. But anyway, all for that. The one thing that I learned, which is still a hard thing to try to continue, to practice, is how we tithe to God, whether it's be as our gifts, our talents, our treasures, and things like that. Tithing to self has been a very hard challenge. Meaning, just like when you tithe a portion of your gifts, your talents, tithing to myself has been a challenge, meaning you got I think it's 160 hours in a week. And giving myself time in a week for whatever I need, whether that's study, whether that's leisure, whether that's do nothing time, something I heard recently, do nothing time, or entertainment. Sometimes I'll come down here and I just empty myself out. I just look at the screen, scroll on different websites, stuff I've been thinking about, stuff I'm interested in. Um, just Amazon, I just a myriad of things just to empty out because I know I give so much. And as a man, as a father, as a husband, it gets extremely difficult because you know what people say. Because if something happens, the first thing people say is, well, don't you, where your daddy? Don't you got a man? Don't you got a husband? Which denotes that I'm supposed to have all of the answers. I'm supposed to have the resources. I'm supposed to have the time, and I'm supposed to be able to be available at all times. So it gets hard sometimes to tithe yourself. Now, I know for women, they have some of the similar issues as well. I'm just talking about me. Men also go through periods or times where we don't give ourselves the time that we need to recharge, to refuel, to get more information, to entertain, release, or to refuel ourselves to be able to pour out. Being a person where you want to help, you want to give all the time to people, when you got a burst of energy, when you got a burst of creativity, the first thing you think about is a group of people, a mass of people, or one person, and say, man, this would be good for them, or this would be good. And then instead of giving that creative time to yourself first and giving the rest or the remnants to those group of people or that person or that organization, you should give it to yourself. So that's something that I'm learning today, not just today, but over this time, that to tithe to myself and being okay with, because the notion that self-care is always have to do with getting your hair, nails, haircut, spa. And I know that's for some people that's cool, but for me, those type of things are like, charging an iPhone. You using it as you charging it. So it goes away and you constantly need that. I like things that kind of like grits that sit on you for a little while. Sitting and just having a moment to think, or it's just sitting and iron out some of my thoughts or my emotions is key for me, because I know how much I give to whoever or whatever. So, and also being okay with taking that time, because you can be in a spot, I could be in a spot where it's 160 hours in a week. And whatever I need in this day, in this week, in this month, in this year, in this season, being okay with doing that and seeing how the response is from people that expect you to be there or expect you to give XYZ to them, whatever that is, and seeing the response that, hey, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this class for me. I'm doing this study for me. I'm taking time away. I'm going for a couple of days to do nothing. Not that I need to be doing nothing to justify, as sidebar. Just as a side, I was, I was talking to my boss. I had put some days in, and he had asked me, and jobs do this all the time. They ask you, oh, so you doing this or you doing that? Probing questions. Are you doing this and doing that? And I gently told him, I said, man, respectfully, anything that I'm doing is not important to nobody else. If I just wanted to scratch and sniff, I know that's a lot. That was a lot, Kevin. If that's what I wanted to do with my days off, that's important to me, and it's not important to nobody else. What's going on with my wife, my kid? I'm not finna make up this elaborate story like, oh yeah, my kids, because even then, my kids, my wife, my mom, dad, brother, none of that stuff is important. So I think it's a question. Well, he said, well, I'm just talking to you. I said, okay, well, let's just keep it on the job, because anytime I'm filling out this form, nothing for me filling this out is important to anybody but me. And this could be tied into what I'm saying. It's only important to me. My do nothing time, my time of study, scrolling, whatever, it's not important to anybody but me. Because it's me. That's what I enjoy. So that's one thing that I learned, that I have to tie to myself. Give a portion of my day, my week, my month, my year to me. And being okay with that. Because sometimes you feel guilty, like, man, but we got to, no, I need to get this to me. Because time is a limited resource. So if this helped you or somebody out there or not, comment. But if not, we got to, especially us men, I know women have a lot of outlets, a lot of organization and programs, but men, we give a lot, and it's the assumption that we have an unlimited supply of resource, not just money, but resource of time, energy, strength, mental. Because sometimes, when you seeing your boyfriend, your husband, your dad, and sitting in there, man, why you just sitting there, man? You ain't doing nothing. That's that emptying out, or that's that sorting out period of the sorting out the level of importance right now. And I'm comfortable doing that. So that's for me, man. And if this helped you, and if this resonated with you, man, hey, share with somebody or comment. This is Kevin, and I'm out.